Welcome to another episode of Hustle Basketball Talk. I'm joined today by professional forward Evan Battey. Evan, thank you so much for joining the show.
Hey, thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, starting off, growing up in LA, what was the basketball scene like out there for you? And at what age did you really start playing competitively and fall in love with the game?
Shit. The basketball scene in SoCal, in Pacific, is really competitive. I'd say, because it's a big pool of people, and it's so large. The population is so large that it's really just so competitive because it's like so many people. And in my age group, in my class, I mean, come out of high school, I had me, Remy Martin, Cody Riley, Ira Lee, um, Marvin Bagley. It was all those top dudes who was, just all fighting for a spot.
Yeah.
I think I was ranked like number 11 on ESPN in the state, and those dudes are all above me. And I can't remember. DeAndre Ayton, of course,
Yep.
Brandon McCoy. So yeah, it's like multiple people who are like pros nowadays. So it's really interesting to see how much of a competitive aspect it was
Yeah.
in LA and SoCal in general because you play against these people when you're young too. I feel like you start playing against them when you're young and like maybe top like 10, 9. I had a loaded squad. There's a lot of dudes that high level basketball, and it's kind of like a product of your environment in that point. So you all have the same goal, and the goal was eventually to get to college and play basketball in college.
Yeah.
And now most of us have surpassed that goal, and on to professional basketball, which is really the next step in that goal.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And then as you progressed playing out there through high school, what was the recruiting process like coming out of high school? And then what led you to go to Colorado?
Yeah, so the recruiting process was cool actually. I didn't get my first offer till about Christmas time, my junior year. My junior year, turning into senior year, that was when it really started to pick up. In the spring, I got like 8 other offers. And in the summer, I got like 15 offers.
Yeah.
So I ended up about 25, 30 offers at the end of the day. So I was really blessed to put myself in a position to do that. Eventually, I had to cut down the schools I was going to visit. And I was like, okay, well, Colorado, Miami, and Purdue. Let's stick with those. Those are the three schools I'm most interested in. The three schools that I feel like have shown the most interest in me. So to cut those down to those three. And then I actually mentioned Colorado first. So
Okay.
Colorado was first, and then Miami and then Purdue. And I remember telling my family when I was leaving Colorado, I said, "This is gonna be really hard to beat because I love it here.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be hard." But we went into every visit with an open book, open mind, honestly, and just kind of took it for what it was. I just chose Colorado, and luckily for me, my family is a Pac-12 family. So my mom went to USC, my dad went to UCLA, and my sister went to Oregon State. So that was kind of a no-brainer for me. I get to play against all those schools. So
Sure.
yeah.
That's awesome, man. And then, like you said, your family comes from Pac-12 schools. So, what was your experience like spending? Was it 5 years at Colorado?
Yeah, 5 years in Colorado, 4 years playing. So
Yeah.
the last 4 years was, really special. But I mean, even the year that I didn't play and I went through all my health issues, I still had a great time,
Yeah.
honestly. And the people that I was around, McKinley Wright, Deshaun Schwartz, Tyler Bay, who were in my dorm.
Yeah.
We were roommates in the dorm. That was like the most fun I ever had. Just being a kid, being freshman year is honestly the funnest, I think.
Yeah.
But
You're adjusting and
yeah,
stuff
just
to
being a
college.
kid and just you just like everything is so new.
Yeah.
It's like oh wow, it's kind of fun. And
Right.
you're all like in like the same kind of like space, kind of, and
Yeah.
you're all just like shacked up in there, and there's so many people that are in the same boat as you, and
For
that's really
sure.
fun.
That's awesome, man. And how do you feel, you developed on and off the court during your time at Colorado?
Oh man, I mean, off the court, like I said, I had to battle some health issues that eventually led me to become a stronger person mentally. And not even talking about the physical side, but just mentally,
Yeah.
and give me a new perspective on life. So once I got that perspective, I was able to, go through my days in Colorado just with like ultimate amount of gratitude, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously on the court, um, I won a lot of games in Colorado, and
Yeah.
even after the health issues. So um, I credit it to my teammates, but it's also credited to my work as well.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. And like you said, you overcame your health issues when you first got there and then ended up having a terrific career there. And then turned that career now into a professional career. And you're
Right.
in your first year now as a pro. You're in Bulgaria right now.
Yeah.
What's it been like now adjusting to a new country? And how's it been on and off the court there so far in Bulgaria?
Yeah. On the court, it's kind of like honestly the coaching staff and the way this program is run is honestly like Colorado,
Yeah.
and it's been the easiest adjustment for me in that sense. The part that it hasn't been easy on is the off the court and the free time and the off days. That's the part that hasn't been easy because I don't really know what to do. And
Yeah.
like I say, it's a small city, small town. Not much going on here. Really nothing at all going on here.
Yeah.
So just trying to find ways to keep myself occupied. Books, writing, video games, of course. Um, Going out for walks when it's safe, or not safe, but like when it's like okay, well, in the middle of the day, it's like,
You feel
obviously
comfortable.
you got to
Yeah.
right feel comfortable. Handle my teammates going to get food, so um, it's a new experience for me personally. Just just go over to another country and
Yeah.
not know anything about it, and just be kind of thrown in, but at the same time, it's like kind of it's like I'm treading water.
Right.
I'm thrown into a pool, and you gonna just float to the bottom, or start to float. So
Right.
I'm kind of just treading water right now.
Trying to get acclimated and just kind of figure out what works
Right,
for you in your free time and stuff.
right.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And then, what do you feel your biggest strengths are on the court and what we can expect to see in your first pro season?
I feel like my biggest strengths on the court has honestly changed in the last couple of years. Honestly, prior to my senior year at Colorado, I had spent a lot of time um, on the inside, and just kind of just we had an abundance of shooters, like, from Deshaun Schwartz, from Maddox Daniels to Jariah Horn to um, Shane Gatling.
Yeah.
Even McKinley Wright can shoot three ball when it's comfortable for him. So I mean, just at that point, I was like, the inside needs to get taken care of. But going to my senior year, I was like, wow, I need to like really work on my whole game
Yeah.
and really just become a more complete player. I always had an inside out presence. I mean, I can always like in high school I was recruited as that guy, like being inside and out, a mismatch nightmare as you would call it. But along the way, in college basketball, you kind of struggle with confidence. I think everybody does at that point.
Oh yeah.
The great ones don't though, but you kind of struggle with like, especially if you miss a couple shots early, or
Oh yeah.
you miss some shots. You just kind of like, you're not as confident in yourself, and that's one thing that I always gave McKinley his flowers for, because he's always knows who he is,
Yeah.
and that's something I had to learn from him.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just it's crazy because that confidence you really learn with age, you can't, ask your coach, hey coach, give me some confidence. Or you can't buy confidence from the store.
Yeah, it's got to
You
come
can't,
from within.
right, exactly. I can't ask you for confidence as well. It's got to come from within. It's honestly, it's earned
Yeah,
from the work you put in, from just your mental toughness.
yeah,
And I just learned that, my time in Colorado. Ultimately, my senior year, I just like, yo, coach, like, I'm just gonna be in the gym, like, whatever you need, like, I'm here. So at that point, I was just like working on my whole package, and I ended up shooting 49%. Well, I think it's 50% from the three.
yeah. We'll say
Uh,
50.
yeah, we'll say 50. Shot like 52 in Pac-12 play. So I mean, this in that sense, just like you know, in my college career, I shot like 50% from the field, 40% from the three, 75% from the line. So that's pretty good. 50,
Pretty good.
40, 50, 40, 75. That's pretty good splits. So I mean, I didn't even know that,
Yeah,
but it wouldn't have come without the work. I feel like so.
for sure, man. Definitely, man. And you put that work in and really develop. And like you said, um, that confidence, right? That's a key part of really transitioning to your actual play and stuff too. So
It means the world,
yeah,
honestly, because if you don't have it, you can't really be successful.
right.
Because it's like a currency almost. Like you have to have it
Yeah,
to
100%,
get
man.
to
And
where
not
you want
even
to
just in basketball, just in
go.
life in general. You gotta have it.
In life, you can't ask for a job not confident. You can't ask a girl to marry you not confident. There's so many things that you have to have confidence be a factor in a part of. So
Absolutely, man. I'm glad you were able to, find that and develop that over the years. And then transitioning off the court, I know you said, you're trying to figure out what to do in your free time now that you're overseas.
right.
But, what do you enjoy, doing when you're not practicing and playing in the games?
Yeah, so right now we practice like I say we practice like 3 days out the week. We practice two times a day, and then like a couple of days we practice once a day. So in those 2 a day practices, those days, on my off time, I just read a book, play my video games, write in my journal, uh, read by I'm reading Toughness by Jay Bills right now.
Okay.
A good book. So and then the smart takes from the strong, book by Pete Carroll. Yeah, it's right here. So
Okay.
I mean, just two good books just on really mental toughness and just your mindset. I like the mindset books.
Yeah.
Just kind of just shifting your perspective. I'm reading a book called The Psychology of Money, and
Okay.
it's really before I start making some serious money, I need to learn how to handle it as well. So it just like really books that are really beneficial to me, my growth.
Definitely, man. Yeah, it's always good to work on becoming an all around well-rounded person, right? That's very
Right.
important, being happy and successful. And then I like to end the show with, what's your why? What's your motivation every day to be the best person you could be?
It's really it's not anything for anybody else. It's just because I have to. At the end of the day, I know that I've given this world all I can give, honestly.
Yeah,
And it's not about how much you receive in this life. It's about how much you give, honestly. And that's why I want to be a coach so bad. I want to make an imprint on the next generation and just be a part of those young fellas' lives.
right.
And really, you really should see the best and hopefully the best of Colorado basketball in the future. So um, I don't know. I'm all about the young generation.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's the most important thing, honestly.
absolutely, man. Really leave a legacy and help other people grow as well, man. That's very important.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
awesome. That's awesome, man. Well, Evan, it's been great having you on the show and chopping it up with you, man. Excited to see where your career progresses. And also after basketball, I know you're going to do great things as well. So thanks, man.
hey, thank you for having me on, man.